What's up, YouTube? It's Joel with your stimulus and news update. The Senate and the House have approved measures to pass and keep the government funded temporarily till December 3rd. Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema are putting a stop to the huge $3.5 trillion mega bill. We've got Biden, who has been meeting with Manchin and Sinema over those huge mega bill reconciliation concerns. But Joe Manchin says he supports a $1.5 trillion bill, which would cut a huge part out of that huge $3.5 trillion bill. So we will talk about what they are wanting to remove and the changes that they want to make to cut it down in price and stimulus. And a lot of Democrats are upset with him big time. Janet Yellen has called the debt limit very destructive and says it should be abolished so that we could spend essentially as much as needed. We also have an update on the proposal from the I.R.S. wanting to look into your bank account to see what you are doing with your hard-earned money. But we are working towards our next goal in this channel to hit 60,000 subscribers. And when we do, I'm going to give away another $500 to you awesome people that support this channel. So in order to qualify, all you have to do is, number one, click the like button down below for this video. Number two, subscribe or be subscribed to the channel. And number three, comment on this video on a topic that we talk about. And please, if anyone asks you for personal info or to contact them on WhatsApp or by text, it's not me, it's fake. Please don't do it. So we are about to run into a shutdown of our government. And then at the last hour, the Senate and the House have actually passed a bill to avert the shutdown temporarily. The Senate passed the continuing resolution with a 65 to 35 vote. And so this keeps the government doors open until December 3rd. So we're essentially living on borrowed time at the moment. But in the House, they passed the same bill at 254 for it and 175 against it. It's crazy to think that a nation like the United States has come to a place where our government almost shuts down. But this is what you get when there are people that are not keeping up with the budget properly, our taxpayer dollars, your hard-earned money, in check. And you tie in politics with it, and then you just get a cluster. The whole focus of Congress is to serve the people. And I feel like a lot of Americans are not feeling very taken care of right now when it comes to their government and Congress. We are good for the next 3 months. But now there has to be a plan put together so that we can make sure we can pay our bills and we don't have the government shut down again. We don't raise the debt ceiling again. But with that, we have our Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, who is making some huge, bold statements about the debt ceiling that, in my opinion, sound a little bit ridiculous. But I want to hear your thoughts. This is reporting from The Hill. Janet Yellen said she supports abolishing the federal debt limit, calling it a very destructive threat to the full faith and credit of the U.S. When Congress legislates expenditures and puts in place tax policy that determines taxes, those are the crucial decisions Congress is making. And if to finance those spending and tax decisions, it's necessary to issue additional debt, I believe it's very destructive to the president and myself, the Treasury Secretary, in the situation where we might be unable to pay the bills that result from those past decisions. With this, she is saying that it's on Congress and that she's just trying to do her job of paying for the things that Congress passed. So it would be pretty ridiculous to not have a debt limit, because then you got Congress who essentially could pass anything. But it's also pretty ridiculous to be almost $30 trillion in debt with no signs of slowing down or paying that debt down whatsoever. The thing that gets me is this is our taxpayer dollars that pays their salaries. And what Congress does in our money is not being managed properly. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm curious to see what you think and how you feel about this. For the big mega bill, the $3.5 trillion bill, well, from the looks of it, it's not gonna happen. Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin have both expressed heavily that they are not supporting that large of a bill. AZ Central reports Senator Sinema said publicly more than 2 months ago, before Senate passage of the bipartisan infrastructure bill, that she would not support a bill costing $3.5 trillion. A statement from her spokesman, John Lombard, said in August she shared detailed concerns and priorities, including dollar figures, directly with the Senate Majority Leader Schumer and the White House. CNN Politics reports, coming from Joe Manchin, he said, "I've never been a liberal in any way, shape, or form." Manchin said, "I'm willing to come from 0 to 1.5 trillion. So these two Democrats are literally the ones standing in the gap between this bill becoming law. The Democrats already have approval to pass this reconciliation bill, but they need their 2 votes in order to get it passed, and they both have publicly said that they're not getting them. To talk about a couple of the parts that are looking to be scaled back is one huge one, the child tax credit that's been paid out in monthly checks. This is a huge portion of the cost of the bill, of paying out the monthly checks to parents for their kids pertaining to the child tax credit. Well, they are looking to reduce it by a year. So instead of it being extended till 2025, it would be extended till 2024. They would also change the income eligibility limits, so less people would qualify for this. Also, they are wanting to put a stipulation that if you're not working, you're not going to get that monthly check for that tax credit increase. They are also looking to reduce the electric vehicle tax credit so that it's only eligible for those people making under $400,000 a year. A big part of this mega bill is focusing on attacking climate change, and they're wanting to do that with getting more people buying electric cars. So they still want to include some sort of incentive for people to purchase electric cars. It's just going to be a lot lower. They would also set an income limit on those students looking to get tuition-free college. So the Democrats want to pass this as soon as possible, but Manchin is putting a big pause on this with Kyrsten Sinema, and there will definitely be many more changes to come from what we just named, which I will keep you updated on. There are a lot of Democrats who do not support Manchin, but he has all the leverage at this point with Sinema, and they need their votes if they want to see anything get passed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Do you think Manchin and Sinema are doing the right thing and bringing down the cost of this bill or not? We spoke about a proposal concerning the IRS looking into your bank account and seeing what you spend your money on if you have $600 or more in your account. Well, because of some much deserved backlash, they have raised that dollar amount. So instead of it being $600, it's the $10,000. Bloomberg reports, we've made some significant movement on the number. House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Richard Neal said the Massachusetts Democrat, he said he backed the $10,000 figure from day one of considering the proposal, and that the Senate Finance Committee Chairman Ron Wyden also supports it. If this were to pass, they would literally be able to single out individuals over small amounts of unreported income. So getting as much info as possible from you concerning your finances is what they're looking for. Bloomberg also reports while the Treasury Department estimated its information reporting plan would raise $463 billion over a decade, Congress's official scorekeepers have said the new reporting data would have only a small positive effect on revenue if Democrats succeed in increasing the IRS's enforcement budget as planned. So I just want to say, I'm not a fan of it. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I work hard for my money and I pay my taxes just like you. And the government has no business looking into my bank account or yours to see what we spend our money on, and it's an overreach into our privacy. But let me know what you think in the comments section. This is some real stuff that they're looking to do, and it's one more piece of freedom that's being taken away from law-abiding citizens. So let me know your thoughts, but please don't forget to subscribe. like this video and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all stimulus and economic news that affects you, and learn how to build some wealth and get the real news. This is Joel with True Life Investing. Until next time, peace out.